Hey besties. Welcome back to my channel. Hey besties. Welcome back to Hey besties. Welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about solo stans and company favorites. Also, by company favorites I'm not going to attack members of a group that companies like more than other members, but I'm going to talk about how some companies mismanage their idols and don't treat them equally. This is probably going to be part 1 for my things I hate in kpop series. Without further ado, let's get into the video. We've all known that there are some favorites in companies. Some members get more lines and screen time than others, but a lot of the time the line distribution is given according to the positions the members have in their groups. But sometimes companies go overboard in line distributions at the point where it's obvious that they were giving some members way more lines than others. But this even happens in groups without positions. Let's take TXT as an example. You know, I used to think that Big Hit was a good company, but after TXT's line distribution that thought flew out of my mind. I feel like Big Hit tries to make the line distribution balanced in the title tracks, but the line distribution in the B-sides are so dumb sometimes that I want to laugh. Like in Wishlist's line distribution, Byamjayu got 9.6 seconds of line distribution while Taehyun got 71.9 seconds of line distribution. That's more than a minute. And also in Frost, Byamjayu got like one line when I feel like his voice suited the song the most out of all of the members. But apparently Big Hit thinks otherwise. And forget about B-sides. Byamjayu got less lines than Sorry in Love Song when she was a feature. And he shared most of his lines with Sorry, so I really don't think either of them got justice. Now I'll talk about what made me want to do this video or series in the first place. So basically I was looking at the thumbnails for the members of Brave Girls in their Rollin fancams. And I kid you not, there was not a single Yoongi fancam that I saw that had a proper thumbnail. All of the members had pretty thumbnails while she had none. And they were from the same music shows. I genuinely think they all have something against Yoongi or something. Just because she is probably the least popular member doesn't mean you can do something like that. And I didn't see anyone talking about the thumbnails, which made me even angrier. And even the Yoongi Rollin fancams that are slightly okay were from 4 years ago and were slightly inappropriate. Also, I'm sorry if I mess up my speech in any part because there is an annoying mosquito biting my foot and I don't want to move. Also, companies give the dumbest positions. By that I mean that they don't treat some members according to their positions. Like, I had no idea that Jeong Ian was lead vocalist and Minho was main dancer in Twice, or even that Chui and Naeun were lead dancers, because I didn't feel like they were treated that way. Maybe Naeun made sense, but I still really wish that Sana and Jihyo were lead dancers. No shade to Naeun or Chui, they are also amazing. But doesn't anyone else think that it's weird that every member of Twice has a main or lead position but not Sana? Like, that's one of the reasons why I think she should be lead dancer, and also because she is an amazing dancer. Like, if I were a member of a group and I was the only member with only sub positions, I wouldn't be too happy about it. This may be an unpopular opinion, but I think that JYP doesn't treat most of Twice well. Well, most if not all. Now I want to talk about solo stans, also known as AKG. Solo stans are some of the worst types of stans ever. Mostly just the toxic ones. Okay, first I'll talk about the nice solo stans. So a few months ago I saw a comment from someone saying that they've received a lot of hate for being a Chaeyoung solo stan. They also said that they liked and respected the rest of Twice but didn't really stan them. Like, these types of solo stans aren't bad. As long as you don't drag down other members of the group, all is well. Okay, I kinda felt like a Taemin solo stans at some point. But the reason for that is that I used to listen to his music without knowing that he was in a group. I became more familiar with SHINee after a while, and Key might be my bias. But I won't really say I stan them yet. But they are one of the highest groups on my groups to stan list. Also, Minho of Stray Kids used to be the most irrelevant member for me in Stray Kids. But the member who I knew the least would always become my bias, so I was kinda waiting for it to happen. So yeah, Minho became my bias, as you might have guessed already. It was the silky red shirt and falsetto in one Levanta performance that did it. After that I would only get Minho crack videos in my recommendations, and I really felt like I was becoming a Minho Celostan. Which is funny because I told myself to not pick a bias in Stray Kids, but I've passed the point of no return now. but afterwards I started watching Stray Kids crack videos and I think I can now consider myself a stay even though I don't really know many facts about the group. Blackpink is one group that has so many solo stans it's not even funny. Like I haven't seen any group that has as many solo stans as Blackpink does. Maybe I am a Jisoo solo stan but I don't really think so because I don't think I really stan her. Plus I like the other members as well. One of my friends says that she only stans one idol which is Lisa from Blackpink but I don't think she's a toxic solo stan. Almost everyone who doesn't stan Blackpink and is familiar with them is a Jisoo solo stan, I'm not even joking. But lots of them are also the toxic solo stans. I don't really see many rosé solo stans. They are mostly Genlisa fans. Also you can't really consider yourself a fan of a group if you hate one member. Like if you stan a member or a few members then you can't call yourself a fan of the group. Because then you'll be a solo stan. That's all for today. See y'all never cause COVID exists. Bye.